Hello and welcome to learningtocook.com. I'm Chef Mark. In today's session, we'll be learning how to make or cook pork chops. Now we're ready to cook our pork chops. To avoid having dry and rubbery pork chops, always buy a double cut pork chop. This happens to be a center cut of the loin. It has a piece of the tenderloin on that would be known as a T-bone, of course a porterhouse. Pork chop would have the entire section of the tenderloin on it. These are 14 to 15 ounces. I like to buy them when they are attached. They are not attached, but the same cut, because they'll be the same size. And you want to be sure that they're perfectly dry. Leave some of the fat on. There's some marbling, but pork has been engineered to be very lean, but there's some marbling inside. It's very minor, so we leave some of the fat on, which you trim off later. So we pat it dry. We're going to heat a pan. We're going to sprinkle some salt on the exterior of both sides. I do not pepper proteins before I cook them because the proteins will char and burn, especially in direct contact with a hot skillet. The skillet should be hot, fresh. You feel heat radiating off the surface. We're going to add some oil. Like I said, corn oil is fine, or soybean oil. You can use olive oil. The key to a good pork chop is searing the exterior and then slowly cooking it in the oven covered until the pork reaches about 150, 155 degrees. This is how you make a moist pork chop. Those thin pork chops, before you know it, they've overcooked. I avoid buying those. So let's see what we have. Let's check the pan, swirl it. I hear a sear. That means it's time to put the meat down. Pan's hot, oil's hot. And I hear it searing. That's the key. It's on moderate heat right now. I'm going to turn up just a little bit. Let's check the other one. Will you turn away from yourself? That looks nice. Let's leave that there. Let's turn the other one over. Those have nice color. You see the fat gives a nice color. Let that sit for a few moments. When you're cooking, have a towel handy because this will be put into the oven. Make sure your pan is an ovenable pan, meaning the whole pan can go into the oven. There's no rubberized handle. Let that brown as well. Get a nice color. It's achieved a nice color. Not too hard, not too burnt. So now that's browning. I'm going to just strain off some of that fat, right? Because I want to add some liquid. Some of that fat, some of that water. I'm going to turn off the burner because we don't want to flambe it. So I'm going to add some water, stand back, let that steam. About a quarter inch, that was about half a cup of water. I'm going to put a lid on it, separate them, cover that, and I'm going to, as they say, pop it into the oven. I've lowered that down to 350 degrees. No longer needs to be cooked to 160. That's well done and dry. You know, the way they've engineered pork these days is that it's, you know, all the trichinosis is at 1/10 of 1%. So Trichinosis spiralis worm is dead at 137 degrees. So you can cook pork to 140, it'll be pink, 145, medium pink, 150, like this is. Moving up to 155, that's well done, still with a moist center. So that's a hot pan. Be careful, make sure you put the cloth towel or trivet underneath your pan. Keep a towel on it because it is hot. We've temped the pork, it looks great. Let's now cut a piece, open. It's moist, it's not tough, it's not chewy. It slices very easy. And that's nice and moist. Look at the moisture in that. That's a beautifully cooked piece of pork. So that'll be about 20 minutes. I did temp it during the process to make sure it was at 118, 20, 22 minutes, 375 degree oven. So the temperature is at least 145. You have a beautiful cooked pork chop. Enjoy.